What's going on, guys? It's the African guy here. First things first, guys, show everyone I'm playing on Hall of Fame. But anyway, this is going to be a quick 2K18 wish list video. Things that we want and or need in NBA 2K18, as long as my prediction for the NBA Finals, along with the Cavaliers playing the Warriors on Hall of Fame, as you see. So as soon as this game starts, we're going to go ahead and kick off the wish list.
Everyone's in their seats here at the Oracle Arena as the Golden State Warriors look to grab a win in front of the home crowd here. With Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin.
Alright, guys, so item number 1 is going to be from a tweet response. This is from Luke Collins. Thank you, Luke, for responding to the tweet. But he thinks that we need fixed passing mechanics and loading screens. Those are definitely two things that need fixed. To elaborate a little more, I think what he meant, passing mechanics in general, some of the passes that they make are very indecisive, like in terms of, like, you're supposed to be able to use the left stick to pass where you want, but that never works. So you can tap the A button, someone could be wide open underneath the basket, hit the A button, and your guy throws it across court and it gets stolen. And then also, like, how you can't pass it directly up court, like it goes out of bounds a lot of times, things like that. Also, loading screens. This is insane. This is definitely something that needs fixed on 2K18. The loading screens are atrocious. Like, sometimes the game will start up and get stuck on that screen with the with all the NBA teams' logos on it. It'll stay on there forever unless you go and delete all your reserved data space for it, and then play some 2KU thing. You should never have to do anything like that to play a game. You should never have to do anything like that to play a game. You should just be able to turn on the game and play. And then loading times as well correlates into the park. The park has insane loading times. It doesn't even make sense how long it takes to get into a park. You might as well you have to get on 30 minutes prior just to get into a park that you want. It's not okay. So thank you, Luke, for responding to that tweet. On to the next one. Thing number 2 is also he actually texted me, but it's in response to it from my good friend Lee Neese. So thank you, Lee. The park needs to be less laggy. This is a big thing. A lot of the times if you're in the park, like, I get if it lags every now and then because of your net connection, but whenever it lags you out of the park entirely and puts you on the dashboard, that is insane. It does that all too often. As well as the parks need to be more consistent. Like, Sunset is so much better than the rest, in my opinion, because it doesn't lag ever. You could get off 10 games in Sunset by the time you get out 2 games in Rivet City. That's just how less laggy that park is. It doesn't make any sense. So thank you, Lee, for responding. The next one is also from a text message from my good friend Sawyer James. Thank you, Sawyer. He thinks that there needs to be more Rachel Demita scenes. This Rachel Demita, yeah. There needs to be more Rachel Demita in this game. As you see, Kevin Durant flopping. But thank you, Sawyer, for responding. The next one is from good friend Mason. Thank you, Mason. Responding to the tweet. He says we need to have some I kind of summed it up. My player versus my player integration. So basically, the things that I thought about with this maybe are either you can link up with other my players in terms of, if you were in your season, maybe the other person's my player would be in your season, but as a CPU, and then maybe you can become rivals and stuff like that, is what he told me, become rivals. So I think that would be pretty neat. Just integrate my player versus my player in any way possible. So thank you, Mason, for responding to that. Next one is from Eric Kennedy. Thank you, Eric, very much for responding, aka Gilden. But thank you. He thinks that it's annoying how you can't make wide open shots or free throws, and also that we need more archetypes, which I agree. With the can't make open shots thing, that's kind of tricky because it definitely has to be percentage based. That's the only way to do it. But what he was arguing was that how you're supposed to be like an NBA superstar, maybe like overall 90. If you're on a Hall of Fame, wide open from mid-range is like 92. You still miss those wide open shots. And that's difficult to fix, definitely, without making it too easy, but I do see that. The free throws thing, though, definitely needs fixed. I don't understand how your guy can go from being amazing at free throws in college and or high school, and then come to the NBA and be absolute trash at free throws. He's not going to be that nervous, for one, and two, the free throw line does not move. It's still going to be the same distance that it was before. Like, so make the free throws consistent. The next one is also a tweet response from Nick Carmine. Thank you very much, Nick, for responding. He wants to fix that atrocious help defense, and that is a big one for me as well. You'll see it multiple times in this game, whether it be me taking advantage of it or the Warriors taking advantage of it. There is a multitude of times where there will be no one in the lane at all, and I'll go driving like this. That would actually be decent help defense. But there'll be times like where on transition someone will be wide open down there and the guy will just be standing out on the three-point line guarding their man. Like, that's not how that works. Especially even in the half court, I mean, they just don't do a good job of help defending. The CPU does not. So better AI help defense would be very much appreciated. The next one's for Brock Alshire. Thank you, Brock, for responding. He thinks that we need to bring back the D-League, which I think would be pretty cool. It's not a thing that's necessary, perhaps, but it's definitely a thing that can get people interested in it and, like, see who's down there and maybe incorporate that more into, like, the associations and my player. Maybe make it so your my player can pull someone out of the D-League and put them on your team. That'd be kind of neat. There is one more response, and they think that the game has too much basketball.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces.
But thank you for your response, Brody. It's much appreciated, whether I do or do not agree with it. Anyway, so the next couple things that I ramble off are just going to be things that I think need fixed with NBA or that I want to see in 2K. I've been preaching this for years. It just kind of bugs me. More player customization and body scaling. Customization in general, I think you should be able to just put tattoos on your dude. I don't think you should have to pay for those. That's just a little thing. But customization, I've always thought there should be more hairstyles. Whether or not you can style it yourself on the game, that might be a little too far. But there's already so many hairstyles. Say Iman Shumpert's wacky hairstyle, for instance. The hairstyle's already in the game. Why can't they just make it so you can scroll down the list of NBA players and select their hairstyle? Like you can do that like with their jump shots and stuff. Why can't you just scroll down and be like, okay, I want to have Iman Shumpert's hair? Like, that'd be kind of neat. It's already in the game, so just let my players have it. As long as body scaling, it's really annoying. Like whenever a 6'9", 290-pound, whatever, that's kind of heavy, 260-pound small forward, the exact same bulk as a 7', 180-pound guy. Like Porzingis is almost the same bulk as like LeBron on this game, and that's not a thing. Like, Porzingis is a twig, LeBron's a big dude. Like, that's not a thing. David West should be bigger than Porzingis, or LeBron should be better than Porzingis. It's not anything like that. Just make it so it's more realistic. I'm gonna let Steve Kerr talk real quick. He's kind of loud. Okay. My next thing was clipping or just arms flying through objects in general. So like, sometimes you think that you should have got a block, so you go back and review the replay like yourself, and you see that your hand or your arm went straight through the ball, and that's an example of help defense right there. Like, how did the guy just go straight all the way down there and then just stand in the lane on Hall of Fame? But anyway. Like, or even with the steal, like you'll swipe at it, think you can shot a steal, go back to the replay, and your hand goes straight through the ball. Like, something should happen if the hand touches the ball. Just put some sort of collision in there, so then, you know, it's there, and then something happens with it. It gets swatted or something. But if the hand goes through the ball, something could happen. I think there should also be new situational animations. That would be pretty cool. Like, there's already dunk animations. I kind of took a lot of those away, actually, from previous 2Ks. Like, whenever you have posterizer and stuff, it'd be really cool to just be able to dunk all over someone if they jump late. I also think it'd be cool to have blocking animations, such as, like, whenever LeBron blocked, like, I think it was Thiago Splitter a couple finals ago. Like, I think it'd be cool, like, just have someone get pinned against the backboard or something like that. As well, I mean, there are definitely animations that need fixing as well, but it'd be cool to add some. Another thing is user-controlled hard fouls. I think it'd be neat if someone would go up to the basket and you did not want them to score, get an and one, because people do get and ones a lot in this game. If you do not want them to get an and one, you could just hard foul them. Whether it may or may not result in a flagrant, that is how hard the foul is. But I think it'd be cool if you had the option to hard foul. Another thing is playing horse with my players, or in general in the park, having a court where you can test out new jump shots, new dribble moves, new anything. There's something that you can wait on. Like if you go in the park and it's absolutely packed, which doesn't happen too much, but just a court that you can test stuff on, or just if you want to mess around with your friends, then you can go in there and play horse, play pig, whatever. Something that I don't know what 2K they took it away in, but they took away All-Star Weekend mode for whatever reason. That was kind of a disappointment. I think it's really cool if you could do the skills challenge, do the dunk contest, do the three-point contest just for fun. That's something that a lot of players like enjoyed. I feel like maybe it's just me, but I think it'd be cool to see it come back.
There's the pick.
More college and high school, or at least make it so you can gain VC in them, like regardless. Even if you don't add more, but I think it'd be cool to add some more college games, more high school games. Maybe make that an option if possible. But definitely there needs to be some VC earned when in high school and in college. There also, in my opinion, needs to be multiple storylines, like for a point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, whatever. There needs to be multiple storylines. I guess it doesn't have to be, but I think it'd be neat. So then it incline people to make more players at least, and just keep playing the game because they want to see what else there is. So I mean, that'd be neat. My player blacktop would be kind of neat to see. So how there already is a blacktop for NBA players, I think it'd be definitely something if you could like play against my players one-on-one. That'd definitely be something that people would be interested in. These next couple things right here is just game dwindles down to the final seconds, last minute. Things like turnovers, steals, out of bounds, and charges. Turnovers, a lot of the times, it's one of those animation bug things where you do a spin move, and I get like if you spin into someone, then it's gonna come off them, but they're gonna make their spin move tighter than that. They're not just gonna spin it out and literally let it slap into the other guy. That's not how these are NBA players. Come on. Especially the one wherever you dribble forward and hit the turbo button and then it dribbles off your leg. Call it a kickball, do something with it, but that should not happen as often as it does. There needs to be more steals, especially like if a point guard is trying to steal from a center. The centers can sometimes just dribble around in the My Park and nothing happens, and that's ridiculous. Out of bounds, in the My Park especially, people can just dribble straight up, try to shoot a layup, and sometimes a Euro step. I do this a lot. Euro step and throw the ball out of bounds, or just run out of bounds. That's definitely an internet thing as well. But charges, I think there needs to be more charges in terms of like, I feel like if someone's going up for a dunk and you use a charge button, you don't ever get that call, and that's kind of a shame. But those are the things, perfect timing, those are the things that I think need to be fixed in NBA 2K18, or that need to be added just for fun. So we're going to look through these stats real quick. Steph had 45. I think Tristan Thompson was my high score and player of the game. But that is going to be it for this one, guys. Leave in the comments below if you think there needs to be anything else added or fixed. I'd love to read it. Maybe incorporate it into another video. But again, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. And until next time, y'all already know.